Hello, ladies and gentlemen. For all our American family members, we are doing this at a ridiculous time in the morning. Do I care? No, because hopefully we're one of the first doing this. Now, Doku would like to give you his less than subtle and less than flattering opinion of dear old Maxine. Honestly, I'm not doing a call to arms walker. All yours, mate.
Oh boy. Where where do I begin? So I know everybody had their opinions about what the former president said, January 6th, all that stuff. Well, yesterday, apparently good old Maxine go out and form a crowd waters, decided that she was going to show up at what the hell's the name of the place in Minneapolis?
Not a clue.
Like Brooklyn Heights or Bronx or some shit. I don't.
Brooklyn Heights, yes.
Yeah, Brooklyn Heights. So she showed up there, and she was being questioned, interviewed, by someone. I'm guessing from the media. I'm guessing,
Hmm.
and so they had some questions. So the questions went something a little bit like this. Don't quote me verbatim, so don't jump down my throat if I get any of this, not 100% correct, but I'll give you the gist. What happens if Derek, last name with a C that I probably can't say on YouTube because Lord knows they'll run it through an algorithm.
Hmm.
What happens if he doesn't get charged with murder? What happens if he only gets charged with manslaughter? Or what happens if he gets acquitted? And Representative Waters made it very clear that if Derek is not charged with murder, and bear in mind, if he gets charged with manslaughter or acquitted, no, she's talking about if he does not get charged with murder. Cat, what the fuck? Sorry about that, everyone. I have cats, in case you didn't know. Anyways, apologies about that. The cats are up early as well.
Shock.
So if Derek doesn't get charged with murder, manslaughter, or acquitted, what they need to do, and this, I'm going to try to say it verbatim, but it's probably not going to be. In the words of Representative Waters, we've got to take to the streets and we've got to be more confrontational. We've got to let them know that we mean business. Aha. Okay. I have a few questions here. So before I actually get into my my rant as to why this pisses me off,
Hmm.
I would like something explained, or at least more well defined. Who is we and who is them? I'm very curious. We have to take to the streets and we have to be more confrontational and we have to let them know that we mean business. Elaborate on that, please. Again, I would very much like to know.
I'd just like to bring up a tiny little point. It's nothing important really, but I seem to remember you guys aren't meant to actually do a call to arms. Apparently, that's a kind of a bad thing for America. Is this right?
Well, there is a thing about a direct call to action,
Mm-hmm.
and a direct call to action is not protected under free speech. And in order to have a direct call to action, you have to fit a few criteria. You
Yeah.
have to be in a position of authority, and
Check.
you have to have an audience.
Check.
Now, normally, a direct call to action is not inherently illegal. You could say, hey, go out and protest, do this, show up for my rally, donate to this. That is technically a direct call to action. And you'll hear and see a lot of people, especially how I assume the internet is going to be today. You'll hear a lot of people bringing up the previous president and what happened on the 6th, talking about this and saying, well, he said to protest and to march and do this. Technically, you're correct. He did. But there's a distinct difference here. And if anybody tries to bring this up as a gotcha or a rebuttal or refute, ask them this. So on the 6th, the previous president openly said protest, but also he told people to be peaceable, be peaceful about it.
True.
He didn't say be confrontational, get on the streets and let them know we mean business. He didn't say anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maxine Waters did. The other thing that you pointed out here, she is there at a location that has already experienced violence. There's already been riots. There's already been people throwing, in the words of whoever the police chief or whatever it was, frozen cans of pop. I think he said.
Yep.
And bricks or pieces of cinder block at police. We've already seen looting. It was a riot, regardless of what the mainstream media wants to say. It was a riot.
I'd like to actually argue that one. It wasn't a riot when they were throwing the pop. They were just offering the policemen ranged hydration. That's all.
I can't. Well, yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. Yeah, you could get a job at CNN with that type of language, Jensen.
About that, yeah. Carry on.
I'm just gonna have to take a sip of my beer for that one. Clever use of words, I have to admit.
Yeah. But it's not wrong, is it?
No.
Technically.
Technically, no, it's not wrong. By the way, hello, Jacob. Thank you for joining us this early. So, here's the difference. Donald, okay, we're past the 10-minute mark, so
yep.
Piss off, YouTube. So, Donald Trump is going to have a rally and he's going to talk to people and says like, I think the election was stolen, blah, blah, blah. Like whether it was or wasn't, it's not the point here. But Biden did get confirmed. Yes, YouTube, I'm pandering a little bit. Biden did get confirmed. He is the president. He's been inaugurated. He's sworn in. Whether you think it's legitimate or not, it's not the point anymore. It's not worth talking about at this point in time. But Donald Trump had a rally. People showed up to it. And he told them to be peaceful. And then when they weren't, he told them to go home.
Mm-hmm.
This was advertised. We knew this was going to happen. There's no arguing that point. Anybody that tries to say that's not the case, they're either stupid or they're lying to you. Just to be blunt, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They're either stupid or they're lying. Maybe both.
Thank you. I'm glad you added that bit.
What Maxine Waters has done is as a person in a position of power, she went to a location that already is experiencing distress, has already experienced heightened tensions, has already experienced violence, rioting, looting, and on the ground talking to people who were already there. Not people who were there to see her, didn't call for a rally, but went to a location where there's already distress, public chaos, public discourse, illegal things going on. And as a person in a position of power says, if the result of this trial is not the outcome that we desire or that we want, you need to keep on the streets, be more confrontational, and let them know we mean business. In a situation where we've already seen violence, rioting, vandalism, looting happen. You know exactly what the hell she's doing. She knows exactly what the hell she's doing. If you're going to go after Trump and everyone that happened in January, or everything and everyone that engaged in January 6th, everything that happened on January 6th, if you're going to go after them in the way that the FBI has been doing and the media has been doing, hold them to the same standards. And I'm going to call Jack Posobiec out on this one too. On Twitter, he just said, "Oh, she called people to go on the streets and protest." She called for escalation. She knows exactly what the hell has happened. She went there, her damn self, knowing the situation prior to even showing up, and being in a position of power, tells people not only do they need to take to the streets, but they need to be more confrontational. That is the key right there. She's telling them to be more confrontational and let them, whoever them might be, I'm pretty sure we all know who it is, but we'll leave that ambiguous for the moment. Let them know that we know who that is too, but ambiguous, mean business. That is not only a direct call to action, it's a call for escalation. You're a sitting representative. You're a member of Congress. If you're going to go after Trump because he's telling people, hey, go out and protest, but be peaceful, and you call that an insurrection, what the hell do you call this? Hold these people to their same standards. Do not let them get away with this. Call them out. Do not, and I repeat, do not let them get away with this, because this is the type of crap that has been going on in this fucking country that has led us to these situations where you see people going fucking crazy and it's like, oh yeah, the election was stolen. No, we're gonna go protest, and somebody gets shot or somebody gets trampled or somebody dies because they have a fucking heart attack or due to health complications, things like that. Yeah, okay, that's gonna happen. You know who's pushing this shit? People like the mainstream media. People like Maxine go out and form a crowd Waters. Do you think Trump would ever even had a reason if it weren't for the 4 years of vitriolic hatred and demonization and shit talking and bastardization and slander that the mainstream media has done for 4 years? And they sit there and blame the right for it and go, but they're trying to storm the Capitol and they're trying to do this and that. With what? A fucking flag? How many guns did the FBI confiscate? Oh, wait, we already know because they had to testify in front of Congress about it. The answer is zero. Zero. Zilch. Zip. Nada. Didn't find a single one. Do you think if they really wanted to overthrow the government, there would have been at least one armed person there? Because I guarantee you, looking at the MAGA crowd, the pro-Second Amendment, pro-First Amendment crowd, you couldn't find a single person with a fucking weapon that wants to overthrow the government. You couldn't find one gun. The best thing you could find is a dude in a fucking shaman hat and a freaking guy waving around a fucking Confederate flag. Like, oh my God, it's white supremacy. That's the best you can get when you have fucking people in Portland and Seattle throwing fireworks and trying to barricade police officers inside a precinct and then light the damn building on fire. The best thing you can do is why isn't Trump deploying the National Guard? Because he's a fucking president. He's not the freaking governor of the state. He can't do it. It's not within his power. He has to ask them to do it. And they fucking flat out tell him no. And you know what happens to those states that tell him no? Their fucking cities burn because they're letting Antifa and fucking Black Lives Matter burn them to the ground because they won't deploy their own National Guard. And Trump will take a totalitarian, authoritarian measure to fucking go full brown shirt on their asses, which is what they want them to, which is what they want him to do. And then you have fucking Maxine form a crowd. You go out there and you form a crowd and you let them know they're not welcome here. Fucking Waters saying we need to, hit the streets and be more confrontational and let them know we mean business because you're not going to get the freaking result you want from a freaking court case because, vigilante mob justice and shit. Well, guess what? Maybe the evidence is against you, but do you care about that? No. Do you care about the truth? Do you care about the facts? Do you care about actual real justice? No. You care about getting your way. You care about pushing a fucking political narrative. You care about dividing the country. You care about violence and chaos because you profit from it. And the more and more violence and chaos you sow, the more you manage to divide the country and you get people fucking so wound around the axle that they go out and they do stupid shit. And because of your fucking irresponsible bullshit actions, more and more people will end up getting shot or hurt or killed. And it will fucking destroy more and more cities. It will hurt more and more small businesses. All the while, you fucking sit there and profit from it. And you sit there and say you have a fucking solution. No, you don't. You want people to continue to act this way because it's profitable for you. Because you do not care about the state of this country. You do not care about the people that you claim to represent. You care about your own fucking personal goddamn power. And you're willing to let people burn, bleed, and fucking die in the streets if it means that you can fucking maintain it and retain it. That is why Maxine Waters is an absolute piece of crap. She is human fucking garbage. She is a piece of shit, and she should be recalled immediately for making such an irresponsible, asinine, naive, and frankly, inflammatory, traitorous fucking decision to go out there and say people need to be more confrontational, going on the ground in person and inflaming a situation that has already experienced it's already been shown that people have been hurt. There have been buildings vandalized, looting has happened, burning has happened, and they are threatening more escalation. They are threatening more violence if they don't get what they want and they don't get their way. And she's over there as a fucking elected representative, inflaming the situation and icing on the fucking cake. She's not even from that goddamn state. She doesn't even represent you, and she's there inflaming the situation. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking abhorrent. And anyone who supports her is just as disgusting and just as abhorrent. And if I sound like I have a lot of venom and vitriol and hatred in my voice, it's because I do. This shit is fucking gone on for goddamn too long. It is about damn time that some people grow a fucking spine and say something about it. Do something about it. The Republicans are fucking weak, and you need to fucking start using the Saul Alinsky fucking bullshit tactics that the Democrats use. Hold them to their own fucking standards. The standards and rules that you play by, hold them to those. Do not let them get away with it. Stop being fucking pussies. Stop being weak. Because if you don't do something about this, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. And you know what the end result of this is going to be? Our country is going to fucking burn. People are going to fucking die. These people are never going to lose power, even though they never deserved it in the fucking first place. And because of you, because of everybody else that's sitting there being too much of a pussy to fucking say anything about it, you'll never have any type of fucking freedom. You will never see a country at peace. You will never see equality. You will never see anything good until these people have consolidated power to such an extent that you're nothing more than a slave to the state and you have to kiss their boot every damn time they fucking tell you jump. And if you don't say how high, they're going to fucking want you doxxed. They're going to put you on CNN. They're going to fucking call you a racist or a Nazi or a supremacist or whatever fucking ism-phobic thing they can pull out of their ass at the time. And they will fucking burn you at the stake. It's time to stop playing nice. I'm not saying it's like you need to go out and fucking riot and do this. Don't do that. That's what they want you to do. The same way they wanted Trump to deploy the National Guard so they could call him a fucking totalitarian, authoritarian asshole. Don't do that. What you need to do is you need to call these fucking people out. Don't be silent. Don't be intimidated. But don't be a fucking idiot either. This is bullshit, and it has gone on for far too fucking long. It pisses me off, and it should piss you off too. And anyone who supports these people, you should call them out. Make them fucking answer. Make them say, okay, Trump said be peaceful. Maxine Waters said escalate and be more confrontational. Who the fuck is different? Which one is more dangerous? Make them answer. Don't let them weasel out of it. Force them. If you just flat out sat there and admit, like, oh, okay, yeah, I think America's racist. I think it's bad. I want businesses to burn. I don't care who fucking has to suffer for it, just so that I can get my fucking way and my, utopia can come to existence, or, my political party wins. Just fucking admit it. Just be honest. But don't fucking sit there and pretend that you're trying to do something for the greater good. You're not. You don't care about the other people. You just view them as enemies. You think they're the other side. Therefore, they're fair game. You don't care what the fuck happens to them. You don't care if they have a fucking business. You don't care if they have fucking family. You don't care if they have a mother or father. You don't care if they're an immigrant. You don't care if they're black or white or fucking trans or fucking Hispanic or Asian or any of the shit. You don't care about any of that. The only thing you care about is your side fucking winning. Admit it. Be fucking honest about it. Force them to do it. Force them to fucking stop biting their tongue and admit that they are fucking pieces of shit and the only thing they care about is winning. Make them do it.
Doku, pause, take a breath. Okay? Just for a sec. Right. Jacob, I believe that Doku has seen Watership Down. Can't you tell? Second, I've got no, as guys like to put it, dog in this fight. This is an American thing. But do you know what? Over here, we are going to be looking at this going, what? Really? Because you guys are letting her do what she does, and she can only benefit from this. Okay? If you argue with her, they were going to claim ism or ist, probably racist as an overall. I'm making an assumption here. I accept this, but that is what they will claim, and they will use this against you. The problem is, and Doku might want to disagree with me here. I fully understand that he will, but you guys voted for this. America chose to have Mr. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, Joe Biden, in charge. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? No. Okay. The people that put Maxine Waters in charge chose to do this. So do I feel sorry for them? No. You're starting to see a pattern here, aren't you? These people are allowed to get away with too much. Someone needs to do something about it. And that is do it the legal way. Don't try and do it the way they're suggesting. Make it legal. Get rid of them. Vote them out. Okay, Doku, you had a breath? You feeling better?
Yeah, no, and I agree with what you said. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, don't go out and try to, storm this building or do this or that. Like, don't be an idiot. I feel like it's annoying having to say this. Don't be an idiot. Don't give them what they want, because as soon as you do that, they're going to fucking turn around and demonize you and use you as a prop to say, like, oh, look, see, they're violent. They're trying to overthrow the government. Don't give them the opportunity to do that. What you need to do is call these people out, hold them to task, use their own fucking tactics against them. This is Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals. 13 fucking rules. Hold your enemy to the same rules that they hold themselves. Hold them to the same standards. Do not let them have an opportunity to demonize the opposition, because they will use it against you, because they don't have standards. They've said it themselves. When they go high, we go low. They are willing to lie and cheat and demonize. That's what they do. It's literally in their freaking dogmatic bullshit fucking modus operandi. That is their entire fucking strategy. They want you to fuck up. They want you to do something and act out in anger and do something stupid so that they can sit there and point to you. Why do you think that as soon as something bad happens and it's a certain person of a certain ethnicity or a certain political ideology does something, it gets plastered on the freaking media 24/7. And as soon as it doesn't fit the narrative, it goes fucking quiet. Make them answer for this type of shit. This is a perfect opportunity. And to be blunt, I don't expect the Republicans to do anything about this because they're fucking weak. They're cowards. They're too afraid of being called Nazis or misogynist or racist or homophobic or sexist. They're cowards. They're fucking weak. Do not let someone like Maxine Waters get away with this shit. You saw what happened when the whole January 6th thing went down? Maxine Waters is doing something 10 times worse. Hold her to task. Do not let her fucking get away with it. Use this to drag her through the fucking dirt. Do not let her get away with it. You let fucking Hillary Clinton get away with emails. You let the fucking Benghazi thing go. You let the fucking Hunter Biden laptop thing go. Don't let this one go. This is what pisses me off about Republicans so damn much. They want to play by these cordial, same rules. You're trying to play the game by the rules against an opponent who doesn't have any consideration for the rules, doesn't play by the rules, doesn't follow the rules, has no respect for the rules, and sure as shit doesn't have any respect for you, but you're trying to show respect for them because you're afraid you're going to be called an ismphobe. Fuck that. Enough is a fucking enough. Stop it. Don't let them get away with this type of crap anymore. Because the more and more you keep doing this, you're going to keep losing. And you will lose to them. End of fucking story. That's what these idiots don't realize. Maybe the people on the upper echelon, the higher leadership, is like, no, well, yeah, if we lose, okay, it's fine. I'm still coming out with millions of dollars. I've got my freaking pension. Okay, it's whatever. I'll retire and I'll go buy a fucking mansion in like the Bahamas or some shit somewhere. You want to know the people that are going to get screwed? People like you and me. Do something about it. They're more than happy to go out there and fucking riot and burn down cities and do all this sorts of other shit. What are you guys doing? The majority of you can't even call your fucking senator. You can't even write a fucking letter. But you expect shit to change. Get off your ass and do something. If you don't, this country is done.
Just want to point out something, mate. You do realise that the majority of these people don't actually even know who their senator is.
And that's the thing that pisses me off. Like, you guys want to bitch, I know the anti-SJW crowd and everything is like, they want to bitch about like, oh yeah, you just bitch on Twitter all day, every day. What the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. At a bare minimum, at least I'm sitting here talking about it. What do you do? Do you talk about it? Have you written your senator? Have you tried to organize a local group? Have you tried to do anything? Have you tried to stop this? If the answer is no, I'm not going to chastise you any more than I already have. Do something. Because if you don't, you can't bitch or moan or complain when inevitably this country does come to a fucking screeching halt. Mm-hmm. And we can't blame the people. We can't blame the people that are trying to destroy it so they can reshape it in a way that's beneficial to them. They technically would have won. You want to know why they won? Because they did something. Don't do the whole like, oh, we gotta violently overthrow the government, and don't do the whole like oath keeper, boogaloo boy, proud boy shit. Like, no. Do something about it, but do it in such a way that doesn't give the opposition a way to demonize us or fucking destroy us or give them a reason to lock us up or rip apart the Constitution any more than it's already been bastardized. People like Lori Lightfoot. Here's a good example. Lori Lightfoot, mayor of Chicago. We live in a city that is plagued by police brutality and police violence. Just last year, you argued that you should have a right to be protected and feel safe, and your home shouldn't be vandalized or destroyed when Black Lives Matter and Antifa was rioting, and you used the police to protect you. And then you come out and say, well, we live in a city plagued by police violence. Bitch, get the fuck out of here, you goddamn hypocrite. You do not give a shit about your own citizens. Your city has a fucking crime rate that is reminiscent of most third world countries. Your city has so much black on black crime and such a high murder rate. It would be shocking for most people to see that it's actually a city in the United States, unless you knew how much of a freaking shithole, Donald Trump is right, shithole that fucking Chicago is. And you're the mayor. You want to say you have a city that's plagued by police violence, but you use the police to protect your own fucking house, not giving a two shits about the fucking people you're supposed to represent. City has police violence, police brutality. Same people that you use to fucking protect yourself when the fucking city's burning because of rioters. While your own citizens die because your crime rate is so atrocious. Bowser DC is no fucking better. You can't have guns. Yeah, look at the fucking gun crime rate in DC. But you need to freaking put up a fucking border to protect people from people on January 6th wearing MAGA hats are going to try to storm the fucking Capitol. You couldn't find a single freaking gun. You couldn't find a single firearm. They're going to overthrow the government. Yeah, what? Wearing a freaking shaman hat and one dude fucking waving a Confederate flag? You let them into the fucking building. Let's say, well, they killed people. Let's go ahead and look at that. One unarmed woman got shot by Capitol Police. Two others died due to health complications. The police officer that you like to tote around like, look, see, the MAGA people, they killed the police officer. They're evil, they're violent. Yeah, turns out that wasn't fucking true. Died of health complications. The other one or two were accidents. So there was only one homicide, ruled a homicide, and that was Ashley Babbitt, who got shot by Capitol Police, defending your fucking leeching asses. Because, oh, by the way, remember, these are our elected representatives, our elected officials, who get their paycheck from your taxes. They're more than willing to let you kill each other. They're more than willing to kill you if they think they're threatened. They're more than willing to have the police protect them. But they won't do a damn thing to fix their own fucking problems, let alone protect you. This is bullshit. It needs to be called out. Stop playing nice. This shit pisses me the fuck off. If it doesn't piss you off, I'm not sure what the hell is going on in your head. It should piss you off to no fucking end. And Joe Biden wants to say, well, not all constitutional amendments are absolute. Okay, cool, you're right. That means I'm going to stop paying my federal taxes. Fuck off. Find your own fucking money. You print it all the damn time. You screw us over all the damn time. Fuck you. Why should I be paying your paycheck? Fuck your federal taxes. Why the hell am I going to pay somebody to fucking not represent me? Someone especially from another state who I didn't fucking elect. Someone who I didn't vote for. Why the fuck should I be supporting you financially? Biden's a millionaire. Bernie's a millionaire. It's like all these other fucking Bernie bros. Oh, we need free Medicare and free healthcare and this and that. Who the fuck do you think's paying for it? Do you think the corporations are paying for it? Do you think the politicians are going to take a fucking paycheck for it? No, it's going to be people like me paying for your fucking lazy ass. Get out of here with your breadline fucking communist Marxist bullshit. I'm not paying for you to make stupid decisions. And I'm sure as fuck not paying for a politician who doesn't represent me to fucking shit on me. If you think I should, you can go fuck yourself.
The subtle approach.
There is no fucking reason I should be supporting someone, financially or ideologically, who is doing nothing but trying to destroy me. If I'm an evil cis white male who pays my taxes, who shouldn't be allowed to own a gun, but then you have fucking Maxine, former Crown Waters over here saying, hey, we need to be more confrontational against Derek Chauvin, is proven in a court of law. Yeah, evidence, reasonable doubt, court of fucking law, to not be a murderer, but you want him to be a murderer? And the evidence doesn't support it, so you want to burn the fucking city down because shit didn't go your way? I do not know what to fucking tell you at that point in time. All I can say is I'm disgusted. This shit disgusts me. Normally I try to be like more nice or reasonable about this, but this shit has me pissed off. I'm sure you can already tell. I am pissed. I've seen this for 4 fucking years. I've been called a Nazi and an ist and an Islamophobe and all this shit for 4 fucking years. I've had people tell me I'm the most evil thing on the fucking planet simply because I'm not gay and I'm not trans and I'm fucking white and I have a dick between my legs, so I'm therefore evil. But I'm the sexist, racist, homophobe. When you fucking bigoted pieces of shit sit there and fucking say that shit to my face for 4 fucking years, yeah, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of pissed. Hold your enemy to the same standards that you hold themselves to. Hold them to task. Make them answer. Do not let them say like, oh, but you're this or you're this. Like, no. As soon as they try that shit, cut them off. Don't even let them finish. Do not give them courtesy. Do not give them respect. Make them fucking answer the question. Well, we'll use an example. You think black people can't get a fucking ID to go vote and prove that they're citizens and residents. Why? Well, black people, it's more difficult for them. Why? Well, it's because they live in inner cities, or maybe because they're felons, or they don't know how to use the internet. Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking racist, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Hold them to task. Expose them. Do not stop. Don't let them try to bully you into silence. Do not be afraid to speak out, because that's what they want to do. They want to fucking bully you into silence. They want to intimidate you. They don't want you calling them out. Because they're fucking hypocrites and they fucking know it. You want to know why they call you fucking fascist so damn much? What was the strategy of the Nationalist Socialist Workers' Party in Germany? It wasn't the Marxist approach of direct control of industry or factors of production. It was control of industry through political pressure and through regulation and government intervention. What is the Democrat Party doing right now? You want to see who the fascists are? Look at 1920s and 1930s Germany, and then look at the United States today. And tell me which party is fascist. We call the left Marxist. They're actually not. They are fascists. They believe in control of corporatists through the use of regulation and political pressure. And those same corporatists are the ones that donate to, surprise, the Democratic Party. Occasionally Republicans, but mostly the Democrat Party. And the Republicans they do donate to are the same ones who turned against the nationalist populist movement, who is sick and fucking tired of the elite oligarchical system. Hence why Trump got elected. Hence why Google said, we need to prevent another Trump situation. How are you going to do that? Well, you control information. You deplatform people. You censor people. You spread misinformation. You promote the opposition because they're working in tandem with the rhinos and the old guard Republicans and the old guard Democrats because they are the oligarchy. They're the establishment, the ones that hate Trump, the ones that hate the nationalist populist movement. And Trump was right. They like to say it's a cult. Guess what? Trump was simply one figurehead of a larger movement because people are fed up with this shit. This is the other thing we need to stop doing. We need to stop saying like, "Oh, well, we're MAGA, we're Trump, we're this or that." No, we're an America first, pro-U.S. nationalist populist movement. It's not white nationalism. It's not black nationalism. Do not care what your ethnicity is. I care about America. I care about American citizens, and I want to put American citizens and the well-being of our country and its citizens first, regardless of their religion or their ethnicity or their political affiliations. Nationalism. When people start saying, oh, it's white or white nationalism, black nationalism. No, it's nationalism. Stop. You're misrepresenting, you're gaslighting, you're trying to spin, you're trying to slur. If that's what you're going to go with, you're a liar, you're a manipulator, you're a cheat, and you're a scumbag. I care about America. I care about everyone who lives in this country. Regardless if you're black, regardless if you're Asian, regardless if you're Hispanic, regardless if you're white, regardless if you're Christian, regardless if you're fucking atheist, regardless if you're agnostic, etc., etc. I could go on. I care about the state of the country. And I'm a populist because I care about people who were born fucking American citizens. That's what they're against. They do not want you voting for an agenda that's going to benefit you. They want you dependent and reliant upon fucking government. Because as soon as you become reliant upon the government, they will never lose power. And you will never gain power. You will never be rich. You will never have any upward mobility in society. You will forever be dependent. And that's exactly where the fuck they want you. And if you haven't figured that out yet, I really suggest you start paying attention to what the hell is going on.
I agree.
I was hoping you had a little bit more to say there, Jensen, because I've been ranting for a minute.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, no, you sounded like you need it. Look, end result being that America is the land of the free, or not. It is the United States of America, or not. I mean, okay, let's just look up the word united and then look at the way things are in your country. This is not meant as the Brit taking the piss out of the Americans. I know I do this regularly, but for once I'm actually on you guys' side. Stop calling it the USA. It is not. It is the disunited States of America. I know there's a lot of people out there that are saying about we should just go for a peaceful divorce and have one lot saying one thing, one lot saying another, and they completely separate, blah, blah, blah. That's not, it won't matter, okay? At the end of the day, America is going to collapse if they can't quite literally get their thumb out their ass, okay? I'm going to be honest. The whole thing with the Democrats, I would like to be able to agree with these people, except for the fact that they're not Democrats nowadays. They are Democrats in name only. Yes, I'm using that term. The Dinos out there are nothing more than left-wing loons. And I would point out that Britain had Jeremy Corbyn, who was as left-wing a loony as you could get. I actually think he would be considered right wing in your country. No offense, sir. I really want you to understand I'm not trying to be a dick to you, but Jerry Corbyn would be considered right wing to you guys. That's bad. Okay?
No offense taken.
Good. Good. Now, is there a way to fix this? Oh, sure. I tell you what, you just find someone who isn't an ist or an ism, and you somehow give them the power. Yeah, I'm taking the piss because that's not going to happen. One side is going to call the other one an ist or an ism. And it doesn't matter whose side it is, okay? Quite simply, if you're going to have a government, have a government. As much as I did really hate to say it to the Americans, it is no longer for the people, by the people, with the people, whatever it bloody well is for you lot. It's for the government, and the people can go kiss their ass. Do something. Otherwise, you get no sympathy from the rest of the world, and we will point and laugh.
That's the thing. How do you actually gain power or any type of degree of influence if the media is against you, the establishment is against you, which means at least half the country's probably against you
Yep.
because they'll believe whatever the fuck they think. And if you're not at least a multimillionaire, because you're at bare minimum you're going to get outspent, and if you're not
Yes.
going to get outspent, you'll be slandered. You'll be dragged through the mud.
Mm-hmm.
It again, the entire establishment will be against you. No corporation is going to support you. No NGO is going to support you. No nonprofit is going to support you. The media will be constantly trying to smear and slander you. Most likely, there's going to be elements within government that are going to be trying to go after you or undermine you in some way, shape, or form. And if you don't have millions, if not billions of dollars to actually continue to go forward and do these types of things, how the hell do you expect to be successful?
You can't. Okay? You can't. People in and of themselves have actually backed themselves into this wonderful corner where if you don't have the money to be the exact opposite to the people that they want you to be, you're never going to get into power. So those that could help won't get in because those that do get in won't let them. You guys can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. I really, really am. Britain isn't that much better, but we're at least trying. Okay, I suppose a good way of putting it is we're going down swinging. Okay, the world has gone to shit, people. We need something for the world, for people to actually focus on, and I won't say hate. I would just say focus their community upon and target. Okay, because hate is a very big word. They need to target something and work against it to bring people together to empower them. But that's not going to happen because the moment you get a group enemy, one group will accuse the other group of being friends with it, and they'll start fighting amongst themselves. This is why aliens won't come down. They are sitting up there looking at us going, why should we bother? They're going to kill themselves, and the aliens are not wrong. No, I'm not claiming aliens exist because I know they bloody do.
Again, that's kind of the point I'm at, where I know there's been a few people who've said, like, okay, if you have these opinions and you want everybody to do everything and this and that, like, why don't you do something? I am. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm spending my time in the best way that I possibly can, knowing that this is the best I could possibly do. I I can talk about it on Twitter. I can talk about it on YouTube. I can voice my opinions and not worry about the repercussions or backlash of it because, you know, suck my dick. I don't care. But do you think I'm gonna be able to run for office and actually win, let alone make a difference? Or can I spend my time elsewhere that actually might make a difference? If maybe something I say inspires someone who shares similar beliefs or sees the flaws in our system and wants to change it. Maybe they do something. I'm not that person because I'm not in a position to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If I was in such a position, trust me, I would have fucking done it by now. But I'm also not an idiot. I know it would be a waste of time. It just nothing beneficial would come of it. I'd be wasting my time. I'd be wasting all of my supporters' time. I can only do so much. I know my limitations.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, if I could, I would. And I would really like to. And maybe this is part of the reason I'm so pissed off. I know that I can't.
One moment, please. No, Batman. Don't you dare. If that creature, well, actually, I don't know. Could America get worse with her in charge? Yes. Meghan Markle cannot actually be president, thankfully, because she actually accepted the royal rank. Thankfully. Carry on, sir.
Yeah, no, we dodged a bullet on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Could you imagine if that somehow got in charge? It's like if AOC somehow became president.
I don't want to imagine that. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. England may well be open for you guys if you want to rejoin. I will totally understand.
Yeah. You'll probably see a lot of people actually might want to take you up on that offer.
Well, from what I've been told, about the only reason that you guys are iffy about it is you want to keep your guns. So you want to keep your guns and yet return. Do you know, I'm okay with that because I still think we should have our guns back. But hey, that's just me.
Why not form a coalition?
Pax Imperica. That's a terrifying thought just for the rest of the world. It really is.
I mean, we'll be fine, so.
I tell you what, we'll help you deal with your left if you help us deal with our left. Have you noticed, by the way, it's always the left that's doing it wrong? Have you noticed this?
I have. It goes back to something I was saying on
Okay.
well, I've said it on this stream before. I've said it on Steak and Potatoes. I've said it on Gaming and Yelling stream. I've said this ad nauseum.
Yep.
When the core of your ideology is tolerance and acceptance, you inevitably invite in those who would seek to destroy you.
One sec. But Batman, Discord, carry on.
Yeah, you inevitably invite in those who seek to destroy you. And this is actually the problem that the United States has had. And this might ruffle feathers. Because we have such an emphasis on freedom and being able to do what you want. Because any state or any societal structure that puts an emphasis on freedom, given enough time, is going to move towards authoritarianism, because just like anyone who invites in everybody, eventually somebody's going to seek to destroy you. Well, that's essentially what's happening to the United States, is because we believe, everybody should be free and should be allowed to do this and this and that and everything, and we don't want to be authoritarian. We've allowed authoritarians to take power.
Yeah.
Gotta jump in here. Oh, first of all, hail lobster.
Hail lobster.
You're on about tolerance. Yeah, the thing is, I'd say since the 90s onwards, people have forgotten one important thing about tolerance. It has to go both ways. Yep. Otherwise, it's surrender. I'll tolerate your shit if you tolerate my shit. You take umbrage at my shit, I'll punch you.
Oh, and that's something not verbatim, but something I said on Twitter just the other day to the same effect is you can't work with someone who isn't willing to work with you.
No.
There's only gridlock or submission.
Or death.
Or death. Yeah. But there's no other options.
No.
Nope. Oh, by the way, Harry's over here for the funeral, right?
Yep.
Do you know why Meghan didn't come?
Oh, you mean the excuse that, of course,
No,
she
you know
won't?
why she didn't come?
Go
Fear
on.
of a car wreck.
No, because she knows that the Royal Air Force have standing orders. If a plane leaves the United States with her on board, it is to be shot down. It is
I'm
regrettable
okay with
about
this.
all of those passengers, but she's not getting back.
So I was kind of close with car wreck, but we're talking about an aviation accident instead.
Oops.
The orders are they'll make sure it happens over the Bermuda Triangle.
Well, that's just terrible. She just disappeared. What a pity. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we kind of want to just pass her off on you guys and not have to worry about it. But
If you think about it, it actually says quite a lot. America wants to get rid of her. England doesn't want her. I mean, one person, and these are two countries that aren't interested. Get the hint, lady. Get the hint.
No, she's like the reverse Helen of Troy, isn't she?
Yeah.
The Greeks went to war with Troy because Troy stole Helen. If you sent her back here, we'd go to war with you over it.
Yeah.
Make you take her back.
Yeah. It's
like,
true.
The thing is, Doku, we'd be the most desperate, so we would win.
Mm-hmm. In all fairness, okay, you guys are to blame for a lot. We can forgive an awful amount, but when it comes to her, no, I'm sorry. England will never forgive, never forget. You guys can take the piss out of the tea as much as you like. You sent over Meghan Markle. Bets are off.
No, actually, that's two things that make any other country better than America.
Mm-hmm.
Meghan Markle and California. Oh, hell, three things, the Kardashians.
Oh.
Yeah. But to be fair, you're talking about creatures. If you add all of their IQ together, it might actually make one digit.
Nah.
Maybe.
I think it would be 0.000001.
I don't know, actually. I mean, 40 ounces technically in California. He's got to be able to take it up to one whole digit.
He's one of the exceptions that proves the rule.
Fair point. Mm-hmm.
No, so to be fair, we didn't force Harry to marry her. That was his own dumb decision.
No, it wasn't. It was her decision.
Yep.
She's a classic narcissist.
Yeah.
If you notice, when she first got with him, he was all smiles and happiness and joy because she was tailoring her behavior to be his ideal woman.
Mm-hmm.
And later on, during the relationship, you can see he was depressed and miserable like he is now.
Mm-hmm.
That's because she's putting him through the ringer, so he'll jump through hoops for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she gets bored with him, she's going to dump him.
Yeah.
And that's when you're going to find out that neither of the kids are actually his.
I'm not that shocked. I really ain't.
I'd be quite relieved, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really disagree on that point.
Yeah,
Is what it is.
Look at your great granduncle, see what marrying an American divorcee does to royals.
I'm sure we've seen this before somewhere. I can't think where though.
I mean, if it wasn't for that Wallace Simpson,
Mm-hmm.
King Edward would never have gotten pally with the Nazis.
I want to see you make that argument, but go on.
No, seriously. Wallace Simpson was the reason why Edward got pally with Hitler.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't actually know that. Okay. I
'Cause she
thought
was-
you was joking. I really did.
Not she was a. I mean, let's face it. Back then, though, before the Second World War, National Socialism was quite in.
True.
Not just in Germany, not just in France or America, but in the UK as well. Remember Mosley?
Yeah.
But
No,
if
you're
we
right.
do go to war over Meghan Markle, we will win. And one of the stipulations for your surrender will be the renaming of Washington, D.C. We will have it renamed Benedict Arnold City.
Ooh.
Okay, now that's just mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You made us give up the empire. We're going to make you rename your capital city after your greatest traitor.
But just remember one thing, okay? We can take the piss out of Meghan Markle, and we do. But at least they're not Canada. At least they didn't bring Trudeau and that lot into
Oh,
this equation.
forgive Canada Trudeau.
You can.
It's Celine
Wow.
Dion. I can't fucking that sticks in my throat.
I'm okay with Celine Dion. But what about what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember. No,
Let me
we
guess.
don't do
Justin Bieber.
That's a puppy.
Oh, hey,
Yep.
Flying Falcon, the junior Birdman, is saying Nuke Britain. Yeah, good luck with that, Falcon. You're in America. You probably couldn't find it.
They'd get it by nuking every country, including himself, twice.
Yeah.
We have enough to do so.
I've
That's
actually
the problem.
seen YouTube videos where Americans are getting asked geographical questions. It's amazing how many people think England is is somewhere in Texas.
I have heard a few of these where they actually think that Iraq is in Canada.
Yep.
That one's a good one.
Oh,
I've
There's
seen
one,
some of those videos. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
see, Fulton's telling me to is saying F you to me now because he
Mhm.
knows I'm telling the truth.
Yeah. It's true. But nonetheless, I think we've said all we need to about Maxine. No, I'm not trying to call to arms. Honestly, I'm not, Walkers. So, is there anything you want to say about her, Batman?
I'm glad she doesn't live next door to me. Well,
I'm
she
okay
should be
with
glad she doesn't live next door to me.
I'm okay with this. Doku, in less than 20 words, is there anything you want to say? And yeah, he's one of the few times I would actually put a word limit on someone.
Oh.
Those are too many words.
Yeah, the word limit kind of threw me off.
Yep.
People need to stop being so damn weak and just speak their mind. Otherwise, this shit's going to keep going on.
Ooh, that's
Wise
a good one.
words.
Actually, I like that. That's good.
No, those wise words.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have said what we want to say about this. Oh, hold up. Jacob has a question. Okay, Jacob.
It's 42, Jacob.
It's 18 inches, Jacob. Just in case you needed to know.
2 different franchises, and they still both require an Elon Musk advancement in technology.
Yeah, that's because we want cat girls. We all want cat girls.
No.
Oh, speaking of which, complete side note: did you see the human and ape DNA thing?
Yes, I did. And to be completely fair, that is slightly terrifying if they actually start. See, everyone keeps thinking, oh, you should put a gorilla with a human. No, don't be stupid.
Oh.
That's a waste of time and effort.
Jensen.
Yeah?
Jacob's asked a stupid question.
I know. Why do you think I'm ignoring? Actually, you know what? Batman, why don't you give him an opinion when it comes to heavy metal?
Hold on, let me open a beer real quick.
He means like Motorhead, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath. The list is inexhaustible. Sweden only has one. We have many.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Def Leppard.
Yeah, sorry, man. This is not one that you can win, Jacob. Just it is what it is. Yes, well, like I was saying, I think we're done with Maxine. I hope that we've actually brought this to people's attention because, quite simply, you guys need to do something about this. There is only so much the British can do, and we are already taking the piss out of her. So, yeah. Subtle approach, get involved.
What do you mean subtle approach?
I don't think I was subtle about anything at all.
Just pay somebody who doesn't mind taking the fall to go to one of our press conferences with a with a hidden one of those one-shot ceramic pistols and take her out.
Like I said, subtle approach. But
Tom Cruise would do it.
yeah, but Tom Cruise would need a ladder to hit her in the ankle.
I was gonna say Tom Cruise is only like 5'4", 5'5". Like you.
Yeah, you're on about millimeters there, aren't you? You're right.
Yeah,
He could get into her ear and shoot her in the brain.
-20 targeting difficulty.
-100 actually.
To be honest, if it came down to a brawl between Tom Cruise and Maxine Waters, my money's actually on Maxine Waters.
So's mine. That's the disturbing part. Anyway,
you know why Tom Cruise? You know why Tom Cruise is frightened of the COVID virus?
In case
Because
someone
if
sneezes
he
and
caught-
blows
if he-
him away.
No, if you caught it, it'd probably crush him.
And apparently, I have to inform everybody listening now and in the future. Star Trek is for betas, and Warhammer 40K is for chads.
No. New Star Trek is for betas. The original Star Trek is for gods. Warhammer is for 13-year-old little boys.
You do know that you're talking to at least two people that like Warhammer, right?
You're proving my point.
Okay, can't argue that. Okay,
Actually,
go on.
I would like to have this debate briefly.
Just taking the piss, actually.
Really?
But if you want, come on.
I'm curious. So, what makes Star Trek better than Warhammer 40K?
Well, you're on about the original Star Trek, right?
Star Trek as a universe. We'll actually go for the whole thing. That way, we're not getting specifics.
You can't include the Jar Jar fucking films, and you can't include Star Trek Lack of Discovery because they're not Star Trek.
Okay, I'm actually going to be nice about this one because I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but I'm not as mean as to include Picard or Discovery.
I think the Star Trek universe, even including things like fucking Voyager, it's very open. You only ever see a fraction of it, and from a very small perspective, that means there's so much more there to be explored. With the Warhammer universe, that's all there is.
Fair.
It's also
how so?
It's also an incredibly pessimistic universe.
I'll actually argue this one. They do call it grim dark for a reason, dude. I mean, it's literally, it's in its name. It's grim dark.
Well, that's kind of the whole point.
Warhammer's
Everything wants to kill you.
Warhammer's got exterminators, Black Templars, and God. What's good about that? That's miserable. That's everything what the fucking Democrats want.
Well, yeah, it's because everything wants to kill you. Like that's kind of the whole point. Is it's a literal fight for survival on a galactic scale, and it's not just humanity. It's everything wants to survive, and everything else wants to kill you.
Yeah, but you can have that and still not be fucking a bunch of miserable cunts.
Well, the thing is,
You look at the Star Trek universe, everything wants to kill you there as well. But the fucking, the Starfleet aren't a bunch of fucking miserable fucking psychopaths, unless you're in the Mirror universe.
Well, no, there are elements in the Warhammer 40k universe that aren't just that complete grim dark. I mean, there's entire planets dedicated to nothing but pleasure.
Hey, but even in the Mirror universe, the real Mirror universe, not the Discovery one, there might be murderous psychopaths, but they're not miserable.
Well, dude, look at the Dark Eldar in Warhammer 40k. Their entire thing is about pleasure. It just depends on what exactly you find pleasurable.
The Eldar are just thinly disguised elves.
No, yes. I'm not talking about the Eldar, though. I'm talking about the Dark Eldar. Their literal existence is hedonistic.
The Dark Eldar are just, oh, look, Dungeons and Dragons have got Dark Elves. We've got to have them.
Yes.
But that's the point. You bring up, like, okay, it's about pleasure. Like, dude, that's all the Dark Eldar do. Like, that's their entire existence is pursuing pleasure. It doesn't matter if it's drinking, doesn't matter if it's sex, doesn't matter if it's murder. Like, or even
Dark Elves.
Okay, even going to the humans in the Imperium, they have entire planets dedicated to just getting drunk and not having to worry.
Yeah, it's all in boxes.
Gentlemen, one moment. Answering to Falcon, Blood Bowl. Okay, carry on. Just want to see opinion.
I'm just going to say...
I'll answer Falcon as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thunderdome.
Make the Thunderdome great again.
Oh, yes.
No, but, I mean... Yeah. People don't work that way. Yeah. Oh, you got to go to this planet if you want pleasure. You got to go there. When you're staying at home, you got to be miserable and grim. People don't work like that.
And well, dude, look at the deathcore of Krieg. You would normally think that's grim, but they love it. It's again subjective.
How do you know they love it? Oh yeah, they're being programmed to. Sorry, forgot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they quite
the population.
Literally,
every race is mind controlled by their boss.
Well, they did the.
Oh, go on, you first, mate. Then me.
I was gonna say no. The Death Corps of Krieg didn't rejoin the Imperium out of some nine controller because they were forced to do so. No, they did it because they wanted to. Because that's what brings them happiness. Like serving. Like, that was purely of their own volition.
Yeah, they're being they're being programmed to go around killing.
I would point out that the Death Corps of Krieg are one of the only Imperial Guard units, and yes, I said Imperial Guard, screw you, I'm not using the other name, that actually need commissars to stop them going berserk and attacking the enemy, whereas everyone else has them to force the guard towards the enemy.
I actually played 40k once. I had a Necron army before they got nerfed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I like the Necrons.
Yeah, nobody else does.
No.
Well, yeah, there's reasons for that, but that's a different stream for a different day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because the Necrons always win. Or they used to. If I remember right, before they got nerfed, they could actually basically reanimate the fallen on the battle of any side.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, on their own side they can redo it.
Pretty sure they could do it to the fallen of others.
No, that's in fantasy. That's the undead. And that is, well, that's just an instant infinite army.
Yeah.
Well, there are the Immortals, but that's an expensive troop unit. I don't know if they still have them in the modern.
They do. Yeah.
I will say this: the annoying thing about 40k is they keep changing shit.
Hold on a minute, Jacob. No, we can't. Because basically, Jacob, you're going on about something which is entirely subjective. You can get a lot of people around to say Warhammer's good. I don't know what a Chad is. It sounds like It's an African country. That's what Chad is. So you're saying, hold on. Jacob is saying that Warhammer is for an African country. Brilliant. I will agree with that. Warhammer is for an African country, an underdeveloped one at that.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear God.
I actually don't have a rebuttal for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Be
the
hard
point.
pressed.
If you read what you said afterwards, that Trek is for, if you use my accent, it's better boys.
I would like it noted that you can take the piss out of Star Trek as much as you like.
Yeah.
At least we don't have Jar Jar Binks. End statement.
You know, it would be better if it was if Jar Jar was actually a Sith.
It would
No,
be better
it
if Jar
really
Jar
wouldn't.
never came into existence.
It
Come
really wouldn't.
If we're going to assume that Jar Jar exists, please just go with the Jar Jar as a Sith apprentice.
That would be even worse.
But it would make more sense.
I mean, Jar Jar would become a Sith Lord, not through design, but because he accidentally killed his master.
Yes. Yes.
You're assuming it was an accident.
No, it was Jar Jar. It would be an accident.
It'd fall on him.
Again, look at how drunken kung fu works. You think it's an accident? It's not.
True.
completely intentional.
Yeah, a point there.
But the drunken master always shows some form of wisdom. Jar Jar never did.
Also true.
Jar Jar is the only reason that Emperor Palpatine rose to power.
Because Jar Jar is a gullible idiot. Or
because Jar Jar was a Sith and wanted to see the Republic fall.
He couldn't be because it was stated in the prequels, which should never have been made, that there were only ever two Sith, a master and a pupil.
Yeah, so what happened to... there's a master and a pupil. So what happened to Jar Jar's master?
Palpatine was already there as a master. He already had a pupil, so there couldn't have been another Sith.
Did they ever say there could only be one master? Were there multiple Sith operating?
Said there could only be two Sith, one master, one pupil.
So then where did Darth Maul come from? What about Count Dooku?
That was because the writers don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, and that's a fair point. The writers are completely stupid, but there's nothing that actually says there can't be more than one Sith master operating at a single point in time.
Yes,
now, if they became aware of each other, yeah, they would try to kill each other. But there's nothing that says there couldn't be multiple Sith masters.
Why would they try and kill each other?
Because there can only be one.
But they had an entire fucking empire.
Yeah, they did. And it fell. And after it fell, there's still nothing saying that you couldn't have more than one Sith master at any point in time. Now, granted, if they became aware of each other, they'd probably try to kill each other. But considering that they're in hiding, then yeah, you could easily make the argument that it's like, okay, there's Palpatine and
here's another thing for you. The Jedi are idiots.
Well, yeah.
You know why the Jedi? Do you know why the Jedi are idiots? One thing: they're not allowed to have offspring. They're not allowed to have families, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, in the Republic population, they're breeding force sensitivity out of the population.
True.
You're not wrong, and also hello, Mitch, and hello, digital pollution.
Yeah,
cheers.
Yeah, no, I think that the Jedi ideology is absolutely stupid. I will say the Grey Jedi probably have it right.
Oh, the gay Jedi.
Okay, you guys are just leaving me behind. Yeah, I'm just letting them two do. I'm done. I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay.
Oh, it's like you've got the Jedi who are all sunshine and roses. Mm-hmm. You've got the Sith who are like the emo goths. And then you got the Grey Jedi who just like can't make the fucking mind up.
The Grey Jedi are essentially more morally ambiguous. It's like, okay, yeah, good and evil exist. try to be good, not evil, versus the Jedi are overly utopian, idealistic in their ideology to the point of authoritarianism, and the Sith are just give in to your emotions, do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, by the way, that also involves like killing and murder. So embrace everything.
Hold on. The Jedi kill and murder when they have to.
Yeah, when they have to, but which is why the Jedi are absolute fucking hypocrites, because they do this shit that they blame the Sith, like the Sith are evil. Oh, don't you do the same thing the Sith do, but you claim it's not bad because you're fighting on the side of the good guys? Hey,
yeah. There's also the Jedi say that you can't. Violence is a path towards the Force. What do they do most of the time? They hack people to bits with those fucking laser swords.
True.
Yeah, that's why I say the Jedi are hypocrites, and why I don't really like them as a
thing
as
is,
a faction.
We're proving one thing here.
Nerds.
No, we're proving one thing here.
Okay.
You can any fictional narrative, no matter how well crafted it is, if you spend 5 minutes examining it, you can pull the fucker apart.
This is true.
Oh yeah, you're not wrong. Like I said, there's a reason I like the Grey Jedi.
I think there should be another Jedi Order, the sarcastic Jedis.
It wouldn't shock me that there are. Let's be fair.
Can you imagine a bunch of fucking Jedis using their Force powers for sarcastic practical jokes?
May the snark be with you.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, I had to. It was too good of an opportunity.
Where's that?
That's the way I do the end of the fucking the Rey trilogy. Yeah, at the end she finds out she doesn't actually have Force powers. It's been this fucking sarcastic Jedi following her around, keeping in the shadows all this fucking time. And then when she needs it the most, he stops.
Yeah.
And she cuts her arms off. She cuts her arms off with her own lightsaber.
That would actually make the movie entertaining.
Wouldn't it?
Yep.
Watch me do this fancy lightsaber trick. Wait, why can't I swing this? Where'd my arm go?
Well, originally,
what's my body doing standing up there? Why can't I breathe?
Originally, I don't know if people know this, but only Force-sensitive people can actually use a lightsaber. What happened? Now anyone can use it.
Well, actually, in George Lucas's original script. Yes, I did say mucus.
Just ask that.
Everybody was wondering about the fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming, what's up, dude?
Gaming and yelling.
He plays video games and yells.
Mm-hmm. Don't we all?
Yeah, but we usually yell at it. Let's be fair. Or as I like to put it, lava, which seems to be pretty much my battle cry.
I yell at the computer sometimes, and sometimes I yell at my cat when it makes me when it's lying on my lap and it hits the space bar, so that my character does this fucking double somersault into the fucking death trap.
It's always fun when that happens, though.
Not for the cat.
There is a reason you call it drop kick, though.
Sometimes I call it punch.
Mm-hmm.
One of my other favourite names for it is chokehold.
Look, if that's what you're into, dude, auto asphyxiation, good luck to you. I've heard of cat girls, but dude, this guy's beginning to worry me, Doku.
Yeah, it says the guy who keeps half of his noodles in his fucking walk-in freezer.
I don't see why this is a problem. At least I've got food for later.
Yeah, but you don't use all of them for food, do you?
And the thing is, Elon Musk can solve both of these problems.
I've heard about Jensen and his 2-minute microwave sex.
Wait, hold on, pause. Microwave.
Yeah, he gets one of his neighbours out of the freezer, puts it in the walk-in microwave, and 2 minutes later he's having sex with her.
Yeah.
Before he puts it back in the freezer.
Yeah. Again, what's the problem?
Willy sauce.
Hey, at least I get them warm first.
Yes, but they're still heating up, aren't they?
Adds to the fun.
Do they twitch after you do the defrost?
No, but if you actually lay on them right, they make this sort of noise. It's kind of funny.
You told me you fit a battery pack to the back of the heads.
I told you not to tell them about that.
Too late.
Oh.
You've now got to get that out of your mind, Doku. Go on. Good luck, mate. Yes.
I don't know what to say, honestly.
Oh, and Jez, I hope you get trapped for eternity in a cinema that's playing a looped film of The Force Awakens.
Oh, that's cruel.
Dubbed into Croatian.
That would add to it. Let's be fair.
Yeah, good point.
That was harsh.
Yeah, it was meant to be.
Mm-hmm. And what did you walk back into? Well, you walk back into dead bodies making a noise when you lay on them.
God damn it, Jensen. I need another beer now. I do.
I'm just laughing at fucking Jez's comment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, now that we've been complete fucking idiots and we've discussed the finer points of what to do with dead bodies when we're finished with them. And no, Doku, I'm not going to make that noise. Don't worry, I'm going to be a good boy.
Best thing you can do with a dead body is everybody's got a neighbour that they really despise, right?
Yes.
You bury it in a shallow grave in their back garden.
Mm-hmm.
And say nothing. The police are going to investigate the disappearance, and you're going to leave forensic evidence that will lead them to that back garden.
Yeah.
You get rid of the neighbour.
So far, you've described what I call Tuesday, but okay, fair.
Yeah, but you keep burying them in your larder.
I get rid of the remains. Stop complaining. Bones going to other people's gardens.
I thought you give the bones back to your dog's home.
Although, see, that's what you need to do is before engaging in said shallow grave operation, you have to convince your neighbor to adopt a canine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Have you seen my neighbour's wife?
Yeah, but Batman, the answer to that is no, because you've kidnapped her and they'll find her later.
No, I wouldn't kidnap her.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with mystery meats. And it's not a mystery, I know exactly what it's made of.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not a mystery and his postman's been missing for a month.
Oh.
Just put this with Doku. If you ever have occasion to visit to come to the UK and you visit Jensen, if he offers you a sausage sandwich, don't eat it.
I don't know. I'm thinking of offering him some finger food, see what happens. And I'll just let him think about that. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how to respond to this right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
You think that's bad? Jacob, we would get into Lord of the Rings, but I don't think any of us are interested in fingering hobbits.
Nope.
Okay, just saying, mate.
As much of a fan as I am of Lord of the Rings, let's be honest, it's a movie about walking.
I was on a training course once, and there was an absolute fucking ignorant moron in it. And me and a couple of other lads had convinced him that Lord of the Rings was a homoerotic movie.
It
is.
Kind of is, yeah. Actually, kind of is if you examine it through a certain lens.
It is. It totally isn't.
I don't know. You can make an argument that it is.
Yeah, you can make an argument that anything is. And they do these days.
Oh, so there's Batman. There is a difference between making an argument that Lord of the Rings is homoerotic and wanting Lord of the Rings to be homoerotic. There is a difference between those.
Doku, you can make a convincing argument that Warhammer 40k is homoeroticism.
Warhammer 40k
Dark
is
Elves.
Warhammer 40k is everything that you want it to be because it's a fucked up grimdark universe.
Yes.
Oh, right. So that means the social justice warriors have finally won.
Technically, they should have, but apparently they don't like the aspects that aren't on their side of ideological dogma. Which again, find me something in Warhammer 40k that hasn't been done.
True. And Jez, yes, that is an accurate description of that film. I completely agree with you.
Which one? There was 3 of them.
Well, pretty much all of them, but the film that is so boring even the trees got up and walked off. I completely agree.
It's a movie about destroying a ring by throwing it into a volcano, and you have to walk to the volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they just get the giant eagles? They've been so
Don't. Just don't. Okay, don't do this. Everyone and his granddad has actually said, why didn't they do this? It would have been a fuckload easier.
Hey,
But
Gandalf was a
no.
wizard. He could have just magicked them there.
Again, stop asking questions.
Actually, I have a better argument.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how they had the Watcher outside of the Mines of Moria?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. You're on about the big bald-headed alien that lives on the moon and tells people what all the what-if stories in Marvel.
No, we're talking about the big tentacled thing living outside Moria.
All right,
like
we're back onto Anita Sarkeesian again.
Again, no, it's horrible, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
And according to the book, no one's ever survived. They've never been down there. It did just drop the ring in the fucking puddle and just walk away.
Yeah.
Gollum ain't going after
Don't
it.
want that. Think about it. The ring drops in the puddle. The Watcher gets it, puts it on a tentacle. Now you've got this fucking invisible monster killing people. Actually, that's not
Who cares?
a
The
bad idea.
dwarves. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it lives in the fucking water. What are you gonna do? Don't go in the water.
Yeah, but how do you know that one has got the ring? It might be able to get out of the water.
Why hasn't it yet?
Because it doesn't have the ring.
Well, what's the ring gonna do for it?
It's
Make it
magic.
invisible?
It's magic.
It makes you invisible. That's it. Even I know that one.
No, it only makes certain people invisible because they don't know how to use the power. How do you know that the Watcher can't use the power? Because it contains most of the power of Sauron. That's why he wanted it back.
Okay, cool. Let the Watcher and Sauron fight each other.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, oh wait, this thing. Oh yeah, boop, done. See ya.
Yeah.
Going back to my little hovel in the fucking Shire and gonna eat fucking bacon and drink beer and shit. Like, fuck off. I'm done.
I would
out.
like it noted that the hobbits were the only people that actually legally created weed, and they actually say that in Lord of the Rings.
Well, actually, no, it was Gandalf that did that because he kept bringing it to the hobbits. He was basically the hobbits' pusher.
That's a terrifying thought.
He was the hobbits' connection.
Oh god,
wow.
not only is your wizard essentially a
God,
demigod, but they're high. The wizard's high the
That
entire
would make
time.
a hell of a fucking TV show. A police show. Middle Earth Vice.
No. Oh, do not suggest this. They're going to make it now, and you know it.
Yeah, and the two main characters could be an elf detective and a dwarf detective.
Oh no.
He's thought about this, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Damn it,
actually
Batman.
thought about this.
And their police captain is an Urukai.
Oh
I'm
my
okay
god.
with that statement. Mm-hmm.
You know, I would actually probably watch that. It'd be so damn funny.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Hold
done.
on.
What
No,
now, woman?
I've just
Come
got
on.
to correct Jacob.
Yeah.
He's calling you two fags. And Jacob, I'll have you know that Jensen is not a fag.
No. I do not have a lit head and nobody smokes me.
Yeah.
And nor is he homosexual.
That's also a statement of fact.
Also, yeah.
Doku, to change him, you'd have to get to the United Kingdom.
He's already threatened that, dude.
Has he?
It's a nice concept, but he is actually threatened coming over here.
He's
Just letting you know.
American. He'd lose his way.
Yeah, but he'd lose his way in a straight line. Let's be fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm American. Who's to say I'm not fleeing my own country? I claim asylum.
Nice. Oh, you're going to Mexico. Gotcha. Right.
Hey, if you guys can claim all the North Africans, I'll be perfectly okay.
You're gonna have to dip yourself in gravy, Browning, then you'll be fine.
I know how to write the English language and I know math. I'll be okay.
You can't speak it though. You're American.
God, that's probably 3 times as much as most of the people that come over here do. That's disturbing.
That wasn't Falcon. That wasn't Jensen. That was Doku in disguise.
Wait, what did I do now?
What? No, it's more like what didn't you do now?
Worse than that, he's suggesting that you are actually MC.
No.
There's a mental image for you.
No, because Doku can actually modulate his voice, so that you can stand close to him and talk to him and not get deafened or blown away by the force of the voice.
This is fair.
As long as I'm not Maxine Waters, I guess I'll take it.
Nothing.
I just thought of something.
Oh, God,
the volume of MC's voice. He's really Black Bolt, leader of the Inhumans, isn't he?
You sound confused. Of course he is. That's perfectly reasonable. I mean, at what point did you think that he might not be?
The fact that he's almost spherical in shape.
Oh,
yeah.
It's kind of mean.
Fairness,
Exactly, Falcon.
Ouch. In all fairness, though, I mean, we can take the piss out of MC as much as you like. We still listen to him. Not that you really get much choice.
There's another thing he's got over all of us. He had a successful rap career.
This is true. And after all, it is a well-known fact. You can't touch this.
Yeah, there's another well-known fact. Nobody wants to.
That's also a statement. By the way, I have actually caught MC humming that tune on one of his videos. I'm just letting you know. And I pointed out to him. I pointed out to him, and he's like, "No way! I never did that." I told him the exact timeline to listen to, and he's like, "Oh God!"
It was my fault, wasn't it?
He actually said, "Don't tell you." He actively told me this. That's why I've been a good boy and not mentioned it. It's been a few years now.
Good lad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I call waiting to spring a punchline on somebody.
Fair.
Well,
guys,
MC's not the amazing Lucas, so it's fine.
Nothing is that bad. Come on.
Yeah,
4 minutes, 23 seconds. That is all I could take before I wanted to turn him off and throw up. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jensen, but I had to show you why he annoys me so much.
Doug, there's another reason why MC's not the amazing Lucas.
Okay, I'm curious. You have my attention.
People actually like MC.
Oh, well, you're not wrong, actually.
Yeah.
I don't have a rebuttal for that. Point.
You don't have to have a rebuttal for everything, you know.
Oh, he does. That's
It isn't a competition, and if it was, you'd lose anyway.
I have a rebuttal for that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be something crap in American. By American, I mean Latin American.
Ow!
Like,
okay.
Specifically.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough, guys.
No, sorry, Argentinian.
Girls, you're both pretty. Now stop it.
Thank you, miss.
That's better.
It's Puerto Rican, damn it.
That's
No, no,
ma'am, not miss.
No, Argentinian.
We ain't having no argy-bargy.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Worse even in French.
I think
I've
Jensen
got-
wants to get going.
I've got shit I need to get done, so I'll speak to everyone later. Thank you very much for coming on, and thank you for coming out and listening, people. I'm actually stunned that there was that many people. I'll be honest with you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I wonder where
See
that-
you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ooh.